taking it slow, but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just follow the flow.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another one with us, the Review Bros. And today's a bit of an exciting one, and it's because this pre-workout is fresh off the press. It's only just launched this month. It's called Limitless by the company The Formula, and it is a stacked one. The spoilers end there because you're going to have to stick around as we cover the taste, price, label and effects all coming at you. Will it be your next pre? And if you're new here, like the video, please do hit the sub button if you haven't already, tick the bell icon, all the usuals. Let's get into this one. Okay, we're into that first segment, taste and mixability. It's a nice and easy one because it comes in one flavour only, so far at least, raspberry lemonade. So, obviously it's gone in, given it a stir a minute ago. Mixability, not too shabby, probably about average. It is a big serving amount, well, bigger than average by quite a margin, you might say. More on that in the label section, but let's see how it tastes. It's not too bad. There is an element of spice to it on the back end for sure, like very strong spice actually. And the label might explain why that is, which we'll obviously, again, come on to shortly. But there is definitely a raspberry lemonade element to it. It just has the back end of that spice element. So if you don't really like spicy stuff, then you might be a bit put off by it. But it's not horrific, it's not undoable, it's just there. So there's your pre-warning, wahee. It does only come in this one flavour, like I said, so there isn't the element of the option of like, oh, I don't like that one, I'll go for this one, or I don't like that one, I'll go for that one. So it's going to be a case of like, if you don't like it, sod off, or just down it and just forget about the flavour. Just grit your teeth and bear it. So I think it's alright. I'll give it one more sip. It is quite refreshing. It's really, I feel like it would be a lot higher on the flavouring score scale if it wasn't for the spiciness. So taking that into account, mixability, everything, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Like it's quite unique, it is pleasant. There are notes of the flavourings that they're going for, but with that spice. So 7 out of 10, not too shabby, definitely doable. Let's move on to that price point. Okay, we're into price. So how much will we be paying for this pre-workout? Well, obviously, as usual, we try and do you guys a solid, and we've got a discount code, RB10. You can whack it on this pre-workout. Go into the official website, theformula.shop. You'll find this 40/20 serving container on there. Obviously, as you guys know by now, we go on the full maximum serving, so that's going to equate to 20 servings. Using our discount code RB10, you can pick this up for £31.46, and that works out as £1.57 per the serving amount. And if you are aware of our channel, you will know that we have a consistent pricing scale that measures how expensive pre-workouts are, where a 5 out of 10 on that scale is a typical price pre-workout at today's sort of market, should we say, at the cost of living as of today. This comes in at a 5.5 out of 10, so it's priced a bit better than an averagely priced pre-workout on the market. So the question we're going to be asking is, what sort of pre-workout are we getting for that? Is it going to be a lot better than average pre-workout? Is it going to be a below average pre-workout? Well, let's get into it. Okay, label time, and as I touched on in the intro, it is a stacked daily driver type pre-workout, which I'm sure you guys will know as you gaze upon the label. So 2 rounded scoops gets you that 23 gram serving amount. Like I said, nice amount there, definitely above your average as of today. L-citrulline pure at 10 grams, which is a mega amount. I think the highest we've ever seen is probably 10 or 11 grams. I feel like we've seen 11 grams maybe once, but you do not need any more than that, honestly, guys. It gets ridiculous. Most people are happy with 4 to 6 grams. It is diminishing returns to an extent after when you get to silly amounts, but I would say 10 grams is like, yeah, you're rinsing everything you're going to get out of that ingredient, and that's an amino acid, and that's going to increase your nitric oxide production and increase blood flow to the muscle, increasing nutrient delivery, pump, endurance, power, all that good stuff. So it's a staple pump ingredient, and we are happy to see it in here at that insane dose. Then we've got glycosides, which is 65% glycerol at 3.5 grams, which is a pretty nice dose there as well, considering it can sometimes cause clumping. It's a bit of an awkward ingredient, especially if you don't go for the trademark version, which is a bit more controlled. Obviously, they've got that in here, so the clumping doesn't seem to be an issue for us, at least not yet anyway, so that's good. That is an osmolytic type ingredient, in that it's going to draw in water and moisture into the muscle cell. It's going to fill you out, hyperhydration. It's obviously going to have a knock-on effect to improving your endurance as well. So that is another pathway of getting you pumped off your chops, as well as the L-citrulline. But that's not it, because we've also got nitrosogene, another registered ingredient here, another fancy pants one, which is inositol stabilised arginine silicate at the full dose of 1500 milligrams. Love to see that. That is going to pair up with the L-citrulline, as if we needed more, right? But that is, it's what it says on the tin essentially. It's stabilised arginine silicate. So it's again going to go down the nitric oxide pathway, like I said, synergistically working with the L-citrulline to widen your veins, increase in blood flow, increase in pump, power, performance, all of that down the line. So fantastic. Normally in pre-workouts you see one or the other. So putting both in one pre at mega dosages should be interesting. Then we've got caffeine anhydrous at 275 milligrams, which is on that alone below average for what you would see as a caffeine anhydrous dose. Normally in pre's you see it about 3 to 350 milligrams, but we're not done with the caffeine yet, so do not stress. 275, it's a nice amount, you'll definitely feel it. It's more than an energy drink, it's more than a relatively strong energy drink as well at that. It's probably about 3 cups of instant coffee, you know, fairly strong instant coffee. So yeah, you will definitely feel it. It's that main stimulant. It's going to wake you up and get you moving, get you down the gym. Then we've got Infinergy, which is a registered form of decaffeine malate at 100 milligrams. So you're going to yield 75% of that as actual caffeine. So you're going to get 75 milligrams of additional caffeine, topping it up to a total of 350 in here. The decaffeine malate is basically a slow release version of caffeine, so it's going to kick in a bit later into your session. After the caffeine anhydrous sort of tries to wean down a little bit, the decaffeine malate will start digesting and kicking in to sort of mitigate any kind of crash. So we do like to see that, and we've always put it in any pre-workout that we've formulated ourselves, so that speaks volumes, eh? Then we've got L-theanine at 200 milligrams, a Marmite amino acid. Some people love it, some people hate it. You see it a lot of the time in sleep aids because it helps to calm you down. But when paired with caffeine, it's been shown in studies to increase your focus, to mitigate, again, any type of crash. And it sort of channels that energy into more of a calm, controlled focus rather than an erratic energy, where if you are caffeine or stimulant sensitive, that could be the case. So yeah, we do like to see that as well. If it's at the right dose in relation to the other stimulants, you know, ratio-wise. But here it looks pretty decently done, so we'll see how that comes together. Then we've got black pepper extract, 20 milligrams, and I have no doubt in saying that that's what was causing the spiciness in the taste segment. But that is a high amount. You know, you normally see 5 to 10 milligrams of black pepper extract. They've done 20 milligrams here, so they've gone all in. But that's basically going to help the uptake and absorption of all the ingredients in here. Normally that's at the bottom of labels, but we're not done yet because we've got some other ones coming up. We have got alpha GPC 50% at 800 milligrams. Really, really good dose. Most people are happy with 600 milligrams, yielding 300 milligrams of actual choline. Here we're going to be yielding 400 milligrams of actual choline. It's a choline donor, so it's going to help with your focus, concentration, mood, and ultimately your exercise performance, because that gets depleted heavily when you're training. Then we've got L-tyrosine, another amino acid at 1500 milligrams, really nice dose there. You normally only see about a gram. That's also going to help with your mood and your focus, pairing up with the alpha GPC as an additional nootropic, and obviously pairing up with the caffeine. And similar can be said actually for huperzine A, which rounds off the label. 400 micrograms, a really, really nice dose there. Probably on the upper end of what you would ever see this ingredient dosed at. That's this is being used for Alzheimer's patients, you know, and that it's meant to help your memory and focus and concentration and all that kind of thing, your learning capabilities. So another nootropic there, pairing up with all the aforementioned ones. I really, really, really like this label. I think it's very, very solid. You know, if we were to do a revised formula for our daily driver pre that we released a couple of years ago, it probably wouldn't look all too dissimilar to this pre-workout. Like, I really think they've done an absolutely solid job here. It's all very well dosed above and beyond. A lot of beginners probably wouldn't even need to do 2 scoops, to be honest with you. But anyway, I don't want to spoil too much just yet because we are only in the label section. But ultimately, I like it. You're covering every base we look for, energy, focus, pump to a large extent. So yeah, let's get ourselves down the gym and I'll be back in the effects to let you know how it went. Okay, we're into a real world effects of Limitless pre-workout in the several times we've used it. So we'll start off like we always do, and that's normally with the beta-alanine, because that's generally the first thing you feel with a pre-workout. It's the first thing that kicks in, generally speaking. However, it's not in this pre-workout, and whilst we are fans of beta-alanine, you know, we do generally enjoy it, you know, maybe not so much in the hot months because it's sweaty and horrible enough already at the moment in England. So I'm thankful it's not in this one, but we do generally enjoy it. However, it's very, very nice to see stacked, decent pre-workouts as an option for people that don't like beta-alanine or perhaps just don't want beta-alanine. You know, you might love it, but everyone gets sick of things occasionally. You might just want a pre-workout without it for a change, mightn't you? So it's nice to have that option on the table, especially as some companies put it in their pre-workout as to give the illusion that it's strong and powerful and stacked.
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
And if you really, really, really are obsessed with beta-alanine, you love it, a lot of companies do sell it as a standalone ingredient. You can just bung it in anyway, but there we have it. So the first thing you feel with this pre-workout, I would say after about half an hour after taking it, is the caffeine and the focus really start to come in. But it is, well, it's relatively smooth kicking in, to be honest. It's 275 milligrams of caffeine. It is going to be person dependent, because obviously if you're sensitive to caffeine or you haven't taken pre-workout for a little while, that 275 is still going to hit you. Like, you will feel it. It might even make you jittery if you're very new to pre's or you don't really take caffeine. If you're a seasoned pre-workout user, you'll probably just feel it kick in to a nice degree. You know, it won't jitter you or make you too cracked out or anything. You'll just feel a sudden urge of wakefulness and ready to get up and go. So that's what you get with this one. If you're like me, if you're an experienced pre-workout user, you get that that energy kick, that wakefulness, that get up and go. It comes over you and you're ready to get cracking. And this is what I mean with the lack of beta-alanine. Because that's not in here, it allows you to fully appreciate the actual effects of the other ingredients, like the caffeine and the nootropics and things like that, because that's all you have to focus on, right? You don't have any distractions when it's kicking in. So you do actually notice that caffeine coming in, you do actually notice those nootropics coming in, about 30-40 minutes and they're fully going, you're firing on all cylinders on your way to the gym. So yeah, it's very nice. From an energy standpoint, it ticks the box of daily driver. It's in that 350 milligram realm. You know, as daily drivers, for us personally, we would say anything over 350 probably disqualifies it, although it is very much person dependent. But it feels healthy, it is healthy, as pre-workouts go. It's a nice amount of energy, and it feels as expected. I don't think the L-theanine dulls it over too much. It probably does shift it slightly into more of a focus than an energy burst, but I feel like you do still get a bit of an energy burst initially before the L-theanine has a chance to kick in and really slow things down. So that does smooth it out after, say, 45 minutes to an hour, but initially you do feel that caffeine. It lasts about 2 hours, which is perfect for most people. I don't really know many people that are training for more than 2 hours, so that's ideal for me, because then you can get on with the rest of your day after your gym session without feeling off your head or appetite suppressed or anything. So it's like I said, it's a nice healthy feel. You come back down to reality nicely. The caffeine malate and the L-theanine does its job there, so there's no nasty come down or crash off the back of that. Yeah, energy is what you want from a daily driver. I've got no complaints, and I think that it will be sufficient for most people unless you're an outright stim junkie. Now, what I would argue with the case with most daily drivers, the standout points of this one are the focus and the pump, and I can't honestly put one in front of the other because I think they're both top tier. I honestly think I would struggle to improve them if I was given full control of the label. Like, I don't think I would change anything with regards to those. Or the energy, to be fair, like, it's more than enough. So let's talk about the focus first. It's a nice healthy feeling. You feel dialed in, you feel switched on, you feel productive, you feel like you're in a good mood. Yeah, you just feel good training on it. There's no cracked out element to it. Obviously it's not a stim junkie pre, so you're not off your head, you're not floating around the gym or anything like that. You're very much switched on, dialed in, getting shit done mode. And a lot of pre-workouts, daily driver ones, do use the likes of L-tyrosine, huperzine, and alpha GPC, or at least some sort of choline donor stacked with caffeine. So a lot of you will sort of know what to expect, but it's that like dialed up a notch because of the dosages in here. They're obviously stacked, aren't they? So it's like that, but on steroids, so to speak. So the focus and mood elevation is very, very good. And it definitely picks up the slack from the lack of stimulation in terms of it being a daily. The pumps, like I said, they're at least on par with the focus. They're very, very good. Obviously, you're getting the vasodilation from those, the citrulline and the arginine silicate, the nitrosogene, but you're also getting the hyperhydration from the glycerol. So you're getting that sort of dry vascular pump as well as the Michelin Man swelled out look. So it's ticking all of the boxes from the pump pathways that you would generally want. And also nitrosogene has been known to extend the life of your pump as well. So you should stay, well, I actually did, I feel like it at least, like I stayed pumped for longer after the gym session as well. So pumps are seriously juicy, man. Like, you're not going to be questioning if you're pumped or not. So I haven't got a bad word to say about this pre-workout. There's no negatives to it. It's doing everything I wanted it to do. It feels good. It feels healthy. It's priced very, very well. Like I said in the price segment, 5.5 out of 10. It's cheaper than your average pre-workout on the market, but it's way better than your average pre-workout on the market. It's definitely one of the best daily driver pre's that are knocking around the market now. I'd struggle to say it's the best daily driver because I'd have to have them all down next to each other and try them all again and refresh my memory, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely top tier. It would probably come into a top 10 daily driver for us if we was to update our list at some point. So it is an absolutely savage pre-workout. If that's what you're after and you're in the UK, you'll be laughing. You just get it. I would say it falls into the category of just buy it. Don't avoid it, don't shortlist it. If you want a daily driver, buy it. I would say what I would like to see improved overall about the product is slightly better flavouring and more flavour options, but I'm sure they will do that down the line. Like I said, they have only just launched, so I do give them a bit of leeway on that. But honestly, other than that, I think it's priced fantastically well. It's ticking all the boxes. It's very, very well done. So smashing job, guys. The formula, really good to see you coming right out the gate with something this good. Excited to see what else you can bring out down the line, you know, whether it be non-stims or nootropics or BCAAs, you know, whatever. We hope to get our hands on it. But let us know your thoughts down below, guys. What do you think of it? Do you think the label's impressive? You know, does it sound enticing based on what I've said? Are you tempted to pick it up? What else do you want to see us review on the channel? Let us know down below. All of the usuals. But as always, stay stimmed.